Hey, what's good, y'all, man? It's the Thawahgabar for Black Authentic Truth. About to talk about a little topic I just seen with Floyd Mayweather. I'm gonna get into that and some things that we should understand as Black folks. I don't know if people heard about it. I'm sure some people have heard about what happened with Floyd Mayweather out there in Europe. And it's some lessons to be learned with that. It's some things definitely to be learned. Um, and so that's what I'm gonna talk about. Shout out to everybody that's gonna see this live, rock with me, been down with me from the beginning. Shout out to you. Uh, yeah, man, and I'm gonna get into it. Now, there's a couple of other stories that I wanted to talk about, but just because of time today, um, I'll probably save those for another time. Um, I wanted to talk about white on white crime. There's been a couple of cases, of course, the case with the Ouija guy that assassinated that healthcare CEO. There's another story I seen in Scottsdale, Arizona, with 6 men jumping on an ex-hockey player for really no reason at all, and basically a slap on the wrist. So I definitely want to get into that. I want to get into the thing with Lisa Ray. What else? What else? Some inventions. I came across some young Black children. Well, a 12-year-old girl, and then there's a 19-year-old brother that have some. He has an amazing invention. I hope that I could actually get him on an interview where he is actually turning plastic into gasoline. That'd be actually dope to be able to talk with him, pick his brain, ask him a few things, right? But I'm gonna get straight into the topic. Okay, so I'm going to play a clip, about a 2-minute clip, and then I'll play like a 1-minute clip just to give some context of what happened with Floyd Mayweather. All right, let me see.
Mayweather was jumped in the street as he went jewellery shopping in central London after doubling down on his support for Israel in a furious conflict about the war in Gaza. The ex-champion, who's 47, was strolling around the floor at Hatton Garden this afternoon at around 4:30 when he's said to have got into a dramatic confrontation with a number of jewellery dealers, including some who accused him of supporting.
Let me just start this over real quick.
Jewellery shopping in central London after doubling down on his support for Israel. Boxing legend Floyd Mayweather was jumped in the street as he went jewellery shopping in central London after doubling down on his support for Israel in a furious conflict about the war in Gaza. The ex-champion, who's 47, was strolling around the floor at Hatton Garden this afternoon at around 4:30 when he's said to have got into a dramatic confrontation with a number of jewellery dealers, including some who accused him of supporting, quote, genocide. Now, it's unclear exactly why Mayweather was there, but what we do know is that the incident spiralled out into the street.
I'm fucking kicking off, mate. I'm absolutely kicking off. No. What the Oh, no melting.
Oh, you're not gonna believe you, man. Mayweather just got punched up, bro. Money Mayweather just got punched up, bro.
There were multiple witnesses at the scene, including some who have spoken to The Sun tonight. One who declined to be named told us that Mayweather had walked in at around 4:30 p.m. and was window shopping alongside his entourage of friends and heavy security guards. They said if one of the most high-profile boxers in the world walks in wearing a bright green Louis Vuitton jacket, you know he wants to be seen. One of the jewellers in the market shouted he supports genocide, which prompted others to get involved. Loads of them were calling other jewellers to come over and see him, and by the time they got there, there was a massive argument going on. People were pushing and trying to get to Mayweather and slap his head. His security guards then ran Mayweather out to the bottom of Hatton Garden and bundled him into the back of a Rolls-Royce 4x4, which then sped away. It's believed there were around 20 or 30 people watching, and in footage of the incident, you can see many of those men from inside the market come out and indeed chase Mayweather and his team as they try to keep a distance between the two parties involved. Another witness said there were 8 to 10 people going after him. Mayweather's security team were, quote, outnumbered. Someone said Mayweather had been shopping when he was asked why he supported Israel. Mayweather doubled down and said he was, quote, proud to support the Jews. Mayweather was one of the first major Western celebrities to visit Israel after Hamas's brutal October 7 attack last year, in which 1,200 Israeli civilians were killed. Just last month, the boxer held a private meeting with the controversial Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. That was a session he called an honor to have. He's also launched various charity projects for the Middle Eastern country, including a project by which every Israeli orphan will be given a free Christmas toy by Mayweather's new charity. Among his other endeavours in the Middle Eastern state, he's held barbecues for IDF troops who have been on the front line fighting against Hamas terrorists. Mayweather has already faced some backlash over his position on the war in February during an event in Las Vegas where he was promoting his new vape brand. His security team reportedly confiscated a Palestinian flag from one of the attendees, sparking mass chants of Free Palestine from the crowd.
Now, you heard that report. That's crazy. That you see what was happening. Now, that's all. Those are reports that are alleged. There's another video where Floyd actually gave a statement. So I'm going to play that before I go into it. But in that video, you heard somebody saying Mayweather got punched up. The reporter said that his security was outnumbered. Basically, they were ran off because of his stance in supporting Israel. And people were saying he supports genocide. He supports, you know, the unaliving of people. Let me play this clip and then I'll get into the commentary. All right.
Being attacked in London. As it was recently reported that Floyd Mayweather was attacked by a group while shopping in London for his support of Israel. As reports came out that he was allegedly punched during the scene, and videos came out of him being escorted out with people shouting. As Floyd recently put out a statement saying, "Let me set the record straight. There's no truth to the rumors going around. I wasn't punched or touched in any way. What you're seeing is just my security doing their job to keep things under control. I was in the UK for a quick 48-hour stop to do some shopping, and unfortunately, people let jealousy and negativity fuel false stories. I'm perfectly fine and there's really nothing more to it." Floyd Mayweather. So Floyd says he wasn't attacked, he wasn't hurt, and these are just fake stories and rumors. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.
So Floyd is saying that none of that happened, right? But what we can see from the video is that those Arab people in London are angry with him and running him up out of there. That's what we can see. You can see that, you know, and this is the point I want to make about this situation. Now, he is openly supportive of Israel. What Black people don't know or don't think of is that no one is going to support us. This whole conflict, I made a video a longer time ago when this conflict started. I made a video, and what I said was this. I said, it is not our business what is going on with any group. Many people will say, well, athletes, they shouldn't even be giving their 2 cents. They should stay in the ring. They should stay out of politics. I don't believe that's true. I believe Black athletes should speak up when it's Black issues. I believe Black people should speak up when it's Black issues. What's going on over there don't got nothing to do with us. Nothing at all to do with us. What's going on right now in Israel with the Israelis and the Palestinians is not our fight. So that's where someone like Floyd Mayweather messes up at, is by openly saying, I support this side, when it don't even got nothing to do with you. You don't know the history. Floyd don't even know that he is a biblical ethnic descendant of the real Israelites. He's got that stance, and now look how these people act. These people are not playing when it comes to what's going on over there, because a lot of people are losing their lives. And we're in this bubble in America, but you go out somewhere like in London, in Europe, where people freely show you how they feel. And this is what happens. Now, they were saying they was trying to slap them in the head and put hands on them, but Floyd said that didn't happen, which I will believe what Floyd said. He said none of that happened. What you saw was his security trying to get everything under control. That's what it looked like. But it looked like it could get out of control. And that's the reason why they hurried up and pushed him into the vehicle and sped off. But going back to the support that we have for other groups as Black people, these people are not standing with you. They not, you know, it was funny because just this past weekend I was in Arizona, and it just so happened that we were next to Free Palestine people. It was a building that's a pro-Palestine building, and people were out there, supporters. They had their microphones, they had their flags, and we got into a little back and forth. And at one point in time, one of the people told me that it was wrong for me to say I only care about my people. I support my people first. They said you should be caring about all people. I said, you know, as a human being, you know, I don't want to see any atrocities. I don't want to see bad things happen to children and women and all of those things. I've seen the images that's coming up out of, you know, Gaza and all of that. Yeah, that's a sad and horrible, that's a sad and horrible thing, excuse me. But I don't have any, I'm sorry, but I don't have any tears to cry. All of my tears is for my people. All of my, you know, empathy and sympathy is for my people. For so long, my people have been the people that runs to everybody's aid, have been the people that says, pray for France, pray for Ukraine, pray for this one and pray for that one. But nobody does the same when it comes to Black folks. Nobody is standing in solidarity with Black folks. So I posed a question. I said, we're supposed to love everyone, right? To the Palestinian woman. And she said, yeah, you're supposed to love everyone, not just your people. I said, well, we're here in America. Answer this question. Do white people love everyone, or do they love their people first? She was stumped. It's like the wiring in her brain like started malfunctioning. She paused for a minute, and I wish the brother had it on camera, because I surely would have posted it. But he said he didn't get that part on camera, but he heard it. But she was stumped, and it's like she thought about it. She said in her mind, you can see she's saying, well, you know, maybe they don't. Yeah, they say it. They say, you know, God bless America, and we're all about diversity and everybody coming together. But when you really analyze different groups, you see that they prefer their people first, which is a God-given right. It's nothing wrong with it. It's just like when Black people do it, it's almost like today they say it's like racism. They say it's something wrong with it. They say it's something wrong with you saying, you know what, I love Black people, I'm pro-Black. We have to say that because the unity and the love that we had for one another has been beaten out of us. It has been ripped out of us. So we have to reinvigorate ourselves and say that. And it's almost like it's a problem. It's almost like you're saying you're committing a racist act by saying you love your own people, which everybody does in your face, and you don't even recognize it. Right here in America, Asians love their people first, hire their people first, deal with them first. East Indians, Arabs, everybody does it. But when Black people do it, it's a problem. And that's the point that I'm trying to make, is that we're trying to love everybody. Floyd is trying to be, you know, he's trying to delegate himself and stretch forth his arms to Israel and show support. He doesn't know that he's making a lot of people angry with him, because these people are really living that life. Here in America, Black people, we ain't living that life. Ain't no bombs falling on the hood. You ain't got to wake up and worry about, you know, a hospital full of Black people getting blown up. You don't have that deep-seated infighting going on like that. We do have our issues with white folks. Yes, we do. We do have our issues, but it is not like what's going on over there. And you get a rude awakening when you go somewhere and you don't have the protections of America. See, in America, people say what they want. A lot of people get online and say what they want all the time, right? But there's no repercussions. But when you go to these places where you've been talking about and you've been riling up people, then you get a taste of what it really is. And he's got security guards as big as Shaq, and that couldn't even help him. They had to get him up out of there. You know what I'm saying? He's in a totally different place. The point is that this is not your fight. It has never been our fight to stand and say, I stand with such and such. I stand with this country. I stand with that country. They don't stand with you. You can't even find an African country that will stand with black people in America, that will say, we stand with black people. We are against police brutality. We are against what's going on with black people. All of the oppression, we're against it. We demand that it stop. You can't even find an African country that will do that, let alone one of these other countries that black people want to say, you want to change your profile pic. Whenever there's an atrocity in another country, you want to change your profile pic and say, I support such and such. We are such clowns when it comes to loving our people, but we are spectacular at loving everyone else. And we don't see that same energy is not reciprocated. So that should be an eye opener. Like what happened with Floyd is he took an L. He took his first L in his career, right? He learned a hard lesson that what you say will come back to bite you. Who you align with will come back to bite you. You can't just freely say things like that. And let me play a little more of this video before I get up out of here, y'all. Let me just play. It's some things I know that I'm not saying that I want to say.
To make
now, before I play this,
support that you
in the video, the dude said, man, Floyd, he just got punched up. That could all just be him trying to get some views. You know how people are nowadays. They just be trying to get some views. So they'll say something that might go viral in the video. He got Floyd, he got the whole commotion going on, but visually you don't see anything. You don't see nobody putting their hands on Floyd or nothing like that. And so I just wanted to bring that out too. A lot of times people just say things like Floyd made the statement that none of that stuff happened. That's fake news. The only thing happened is what we saw, what we know we saw was his security trying to handle things and rush him into the SUV. Let me play this part.
Mayweather was one of the first major Western celebrities to visit Israel after Hamas's brutal October 7 attack last year, in which 1,200 Israeli civilians.
See, that's the thing. That's why I said in the last couple of videos about black leaders, celebrities, sports, athletes, rappers. These people are not leaders. When you find somebody that has the potential to be a leader, they turn out to be a 304 for the oppressors. They turn out to be yes men and yes women. And it said that he was one of the first people to go over there and show his support. What are you doing? What are you doing? That is not none of your business. Why are you even involving yourself in that? Let me see what the CC said. CC said, Mayweather is a fool with money. He should buy land and build a black community like a Black Wall Street. We need to support just black people. This stuff is not our business. Right, brother? It is not our business. What's up, Deandra? This is not our business. You over there getting into somebody else's business. They are waging warfare on each other. And you want to show your support. That just shows you the delusion that we all are in. Not just black people, but everybody in America is in a strong delusion. And it's going to be, it's going to take something like, a strong disaster or something to snap people out of it, to come back to reality. That, we live in a world where real warfare is going on, and we're sitting behind a 2D screen, a telephone, looking at it as though it's a movie, and it's not real. It's real life out there. It's real. And Floyd found that out in London. that people really do feel strongly about what's going on. And you can't just voice your opinion about stuff and everybody love you because of a boxing record.
Were killed just last month. The boxer held a private meeting with the controversial Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. That was a session he called.
Now, this is the Israeli Prime Minister. He's sitting here, shaking his hands. And like, okay, I guess for a lot of black people, even celebrities, this is a real accomplishment, to meet the Prime Minister of Israel or to meet the presidents of the United States. But when people in which these countries are dropping bombs from the air on their communities and unaliving their people, when they see that, they look at you the same as them.
An honour to have. He's also launched various charity projects for the Middle Eastern country, including a project by which every Israeli orphan will be given a free Christmas toy by Mayweather's new charity. Among his other...
He launched a charity program out there. The brother just said he needs to buy land and he should do something like that. What I don't get with a lot of our celebrities and people of affluence, and listen, I could care less what they do. I could really care less. The good thing to do would be to help your people or help the people from where you came from, the town, the city, the hood, where you came from. But what it seems like with all of these celebrities is that they go somewhere else to help someone else. They don't even help their people. Now he's doing a charity where he's giving orphans Christmas presents. I mean, come on, man. I seen where, and I want to talk about that too. I seen where it said, I seen a headline said that Ja Rule was trying to build a school in Ghana. It's like, y'all look past the plight of your people right in the hoods where you come from to go somewhere else to build it up. But nobody is doing that for you. Ain't nobody coming here and trying to build I'm building a school in the African-American community. That will never happen. No one is standing in solidarity and saying, let's just say Israel supports Black Americans in their fight for equal justice and unfair treatment. You'll never see that. Ghana supports Black people, stands behind Black people in their fight for unfair treatment and police brutality. You'll never see it. But we constantly spilling over, giving all our love to different countries. And like I said, I'm the type, listen, man, I ain't got no love left. All of my love, all of my tears, how I feel is strictly for my people. First, not saying I don't want, if I see negative images coming out of, let's just say Ukraine, I see women and children hurt, or I see something coming out of, Palestine of, women and children hurt or something that's really sad. Not saying I don't feel that that's sad or I don't feel that that's bad. What I'm saying is, as a Black man, my love goes to Black people first. That's what I'm saying. And I'm sure a lot of Black folks can agree with that. But a lot of these are entertainers and people in the public eye. They don't seem to understand that. But they get a rude awakening later on, like what happened yesterday with Floyd Mayweather. He got a rude awakening for the support that he is showing Israel. And once again, as Black folks, what you have to realize is that these fights are not our fights. All right. That's it for the live, y'all. I'm gonna get ready for class. I got class this evening. If you want, I'm gonna break this down in class too, from a biblical perspective, okay, where I can get a little, more edgy with what I say. Also, I'll be back. Who knows? We don't know what's going to happen. This one right here wasn't planned. I just want to speak on it before it gets old. If not from this, if not, tomorrow, what's today? Today's okay. So I say maybe Friday I'll go live, drop something. But other than that, man, y'all have a good evening. I'll see y'all later. This is Black Authentic Truth. All right. Peace.
Peace.